Hey everyone, doing a video today about why you should go ultralight. It's a bit of a response video to Tim Watson's video of about a week and a half ago where he made a video about why you should not go ultralight. It's actually a really good video, but I'm going to use some of the points that he brought up and just talk about it in a different way. I'm actually one of these people that doesn't like to go super ultralight, like those 5 pound or 6 pound base weights. I like to have a lot of comfort in my ultralight setup. My ultralight setup is 7 pounds. It really leads me, I'm also one of these people that kind of feels like the old adage of, hey, you can either be comfortable on trail or comfortable in camp, but not both. I think that's kind of done. I think it's over with. I think that applied about 10 years ago. So I'm actually, for the first 5 reasons of why you should go ultralight, I'm gonna match what Tim Watson said. So reason number 1 is that it's comfortable. In my gear setup, I have a roomy tent, I have a really wide bed, I've got a backpack that has a metal frame and an inch worth of cushioning on the back. I've got a cook set, I've got extra clothes, and it all comes in at 7 pounds. At 7 pounds, I could bring whatever I want. I could bring a Helinox chair that weighs a pound. I could bring camp shoes. I could bring a board game. I could bring 2 tall boys of beer every time that I go camping, and I could still be ultralight. Reason 2 that was brought up was that small savings in weight don't appreciably add to the experience that you have while camping, and that's absolutely true, but big differences do matter. I think I started hiking 5 or 6 years ago, whatever it was. I started at 17 pounds trying my best, then I went to 15, then I went to 10, then I went to 8, and I went to 7. And I can tell you from 17 to 7 pounds, the weight difference is awesome. The only way for me to get from that 17 to 7 pounds was to make small reductions in weight in all of the items that I carry. It's one of the biggest problems that I see when people come into Reddit, ultralight, the subreddit, is that they are about 15 or 14 pounds. They want to get to 10, they want to get to 8, whatever their goal is. And you look at their ladder pack links and you can see that the mistake that they've made is that they've chosen about 10 items that are all 1 to 6 ounces heavier than they could be. So reason 3 is that it makes hiking way more fun. Just a lighter pack just makes the day better. If you're having a bad day or if it's rainy, having a lighter pack to get up and down hills is just way more fun in general. It feels less like a chore and more like a walk. It adds flexibility. If you meet people on a trail, like a long trail, and you want to hike with them, you can, because you can keep pace with them. So you get more experiences from people that you like, that you want to hang out with. If you want to hike away from someone that's annoying you, you can also do that. That makes the hike more fun. You can also take side trails that heavier backpackers may not be able to take. Reason number 4 is that ultralight camping is inexpensive if you want it to be. Honestly, some ultralight products are expensive. The biggest ones that stick out are high-end quilts and tents, essentially from Z-Packs or really any Cuban fiber tent. But if you those are just 2 items out of your entire pack, and you can find lighter weight alternatives. Hammock gear makes really cheap but good quilts. I think UGQ Quilts makes them, and you don't have to have a Cuban fiber tent to still be ultralight. If I took mine out and added in, I would still be way under 8 pounds. Really on this, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to send you guys to 2 websites. One is from meaqnt. He's on Reddit Ultralight. He's got a really good list of inexpensive gear for ultralight hiking. Also, PMags has a popular website with a really good list of inexpensive ultralight hiking items. Reason 5 of why you should do ultralight hiking is that it's safe. You're way less likely to fall. If you do fall, you're way more likely to catch yourself. If it's hot out, you're way less likely to be taxed by heat. You're not going to get heat stroke, heat exhaustion. If real unexpected weather hits, you can also get off trail or to a safer spot more quickly than you would with traditional weights. I also want to address the concept of stupid light. So Tim in his video brought up the case of a person knowingly bringing a 30-degree rated quilt when they knew it was going to get down to around 10 degrees. I've never done anything like that. If anybody does that, they're just dumb. They're just simply dumb. In all of the loadouts that I bring, I always plan for the record low. And at a 7 pound base weight, I can do that pretty much while walking down to 15 degrees and sleeping down to 20 degrees. Now, I would never cut it that close. I don't want to be uncomfortable, but if you look at my base weight, you can see you can have a super large margin of error for really light weights. Also related to safety is kind of how healthy ultralight hiking is. So I see it all the time, older hikers that come into Reddit Ultralight and they're really looking to reduce their weight, and it's because they're aging. And if you kind of lower the impact over time, then that's definitely in your favor. So reason 6 of why you should go ultralight is that the gear is durable. It's not gorilla durable, it's not military durable, but the average Cuban tent, Mountain Laurel Designs will tell you, will last. They'll guarantee it for an entire through hike. Well, that's 1,500 to 2,000 miles of hiking. That's about a decade of hiking in just normal use. Tim Watson also brought up not being able to pass down, equipment across the generations. Well, there are backpacks made out of Dyneema 210X from MLD, from KS Ultralight, the 150 denier that Hyperlight Mountain Gear uses, and the Robic that Gossamer Gear uses. You can probably get 6,000 miles out of that. Cam Honan, who's a serial through hiker, total awesome guy, he's put 6,000 miles in each one of his burns, which is made with Dyneema 210X. 6,000 miles of hiking is an entire lifetime of use. So that really covers Tim's video. I do want to bring up some other things about why you should go ultralight. And reason 7 is that it allows you to stop and smell the roses. I have a cousin that works at REI who I tell her about my trips, and she's always like, why don't you stop and smell the roses? And my answer to her is not every place that you hike, you really want to stop and sort of take in the views or anything like that. But when those things do occur, you can stop for longer. I get there quicker, I can stay there longer. Lastly, the planning of it is really fun. I enjoy planning my trips, looking at weather reports, what's going to be the record high, what's going to be the record low. A lot of why you should go ultralight and why it's difficult to go ultralight is information. There's just tons of information on the internet, and most of it is medium information to low information. So come to ultralight, our ultralight on Reddit, go to Backpacking Light, ask for advice on your gear list. Before you pull the trigger on items, ask if this makes sense, where you're going, what you're doing. Is there a better alternative? Most of the time there's a better alternative. I'm one of these people that does think that you can get towards the kind of the perfect list, and a lot of people make just bad purchasing decisions. So come by, get advice from people, and yeah. So that's kind of my response video of why you should go ultralight. It's not a hard and fast thing. If you want to crush miles, I've said in other videos that Heather Anderson, who is a record holder on the AT and the PCT, she did all of her carries with like 10 pounds of stuff, 9.5 pounds of stuff. So you don't have to do it. In fact, I think diminishing returns start to happen around 7 pounds. Really, if you can get anywhere near 15 to 7 pounds, somewhere in that range, maybe even more like 12. I think it really starts to get good around 12 pounds. You should go for that because like I just laid out, the advantages are numerous. Okay, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about going ultralight. If you think you're gonna die within 5 minutes of being on the trail, if you think you should have the 10 C's of survivability, if you think you should have redundancies like 2 tarps, if you think you should have like a plastic tarp, like a cellophane plastic tarp, if you want to go on the other end of things. All right, thanks for watching.